the SafeCom is part of the ISA, as a commission within the ISA focused on safety. We'll talk a little bit about what that means in a second. So let's talk about the SafeCom in general. It was founded with the ISA in 2016. It's a sub-organization. Like I said, it's a commission within the ISA, one of 4. We have other commissions, the education, nature, and access, and sports. It's made up of volunteers, including all these people listed here. If anybody would like to volunteer, we are always in need of more effort. So just let us know. We'll maybe hopefully be adding some more volunteers in the coming days as well. What does the SafeCom do? So we'll assist any member associations, some like national or local organizations, with safety topics. If they have any questions, they can come to us. We also help our safety partners, which means gear manufacturers mostly, with advice or information about some safety gear and standards. We develop tests and standards to help minimize accidents in the Slackline community. So the standards we developed are the approved gear certification, and safety standards for specific pieces of gear. We'll talk about that more in a little bit. And we review Slackline related accidents that happen, incidents, issues with gear, and it's important for us to communicate those safety issues, lessons to the community at large. We encourage the development of best practices across communities. So rigging practices, we do basic research with regards to gear and things such as like webbing abrasion, best practices such as maybe like how short or long your low stretch line needs to be for it to generate good anchor forces on whips. And then we also coordinate with other organizations such as the UIAA or Mountain Rescue, things like that. So one of the most important aspects of the Safety Commission are the safety labels that we make for gear. So these safety labels minimize accidents by setting minimum requirements. So strength classes for webbings, making sure that specific webbings, if it's going to be a certain strength class, it shouldn't be of a particular type. One example is low strength webbing must not be ultra low stretch, or otherwise the peak forces that could be generated would be greater than the safety factor allowed. The safety labels also reduce conflicts of interest between gear retailers and gear labeling. This is one of the main driving factors for the original creation of the safety labels. So information about how it works is that the manufacturers will send gear. It gets tested in an independent ISA accredited laboratory. And if it passes and meets the gear standards, then it'll receive the label. The Safety Commission defines testing protocols. We do this by collaborating with manufacturers and testing experts, and respond to various incidents by updating our standards. One example is maybe the pins on weblocks unscrewing. We updated the safety standard when that happened to respond to that. Safety labels are voluntary for manufacturers, but I think we are getting more and more certified gear as the years progress. So hopefully someday we'll receive maybe a majority or plurality of gear that is matches the safety label or can achieve the safety label. There's a small price for being a safety partner and a certification fee, which goes back into development of the safety labels. It's pretty modest. We have many safety partners amongst the gear manufacturers. I'll label some of them are here. And then actual holders of safety labels are amongst our gear manufacturers. So this is just a diagram of how the safety label works. You have your safety partner or industry partner, the Slackline manufacturers themselves, are the Safety Commission, and the separate independent inspection body. So the safety partner will send an application for getting gear certified, and at the same time, they'll send the equipment to the inspection body. The inspection body will return a test report to both the safety partner, the manufacturer, and the Safety Commission. Once the SafeCom verifies that the gear matches the standard, all the requirements in the standard, the Safety Commission will approve the safety label for the manufacturer. Standards for the safety label, talk a little bit about them. We have 6 standards: webbing, weblock, web and grab, sling standard, which was recently developed this past year, the leash standard, and the connector standard, also recently developed. In our webbing standard, we have recently made updates for intermittent connections, so highline splits, weblock standards, various updates in this past year based upon basic research and incidents that have happened with popular weblocks. We also have the highline system standard. It's a free standard which covers all the aspects of a highline system. Anybody is able to view it. You can even share it with municipalities or landowners if they need to get a sense about what a highline system is, or they need to know that these things are well defined. The highline system standard can be shared with them. It can make you seem like you know what you're doing. Current status of the safety labels: we have 16 products that have been tested and certified. There are at least 5 more that are almost fully certified, that have been tested. Some modifications need to be made to things like manuals, and then there are more approved products on the way. Other activities that we're looking to do in the ISA for 2023-2024, we're about to release the 2 publications, the UV and fall tests on webbing. These are part of basic research studies that the ISA SafeCom will undertake. Previous studies also include things like weblock, cyclical loading, and webbing abrasion tests. We hope to do a few more studies in the coming year, but we'll talk about that at the SafeCom General Assembly, which anybody is welcome to join for. The SAR incident reports and monitoring, that's also something that is really important to the Safety Commission, so we'll be continuing to manage those incidents and put out any major bulletins for incidents that we see that are a big issue. We will be continuing to issue safety warnings and issues with particular products as they come in, and we will continue outreach for education on basic safety principles. The outlook for 2023 and 24, as I stated, we want to do more basic research on material strength. and push for more certified gear and hopefully fully certified leashes from all major gear manufacturers. Here are a few links and resources, all available on the slacklineinternational.org site.